This is TWiT.
Today, LinkedIn announced their acquisition of online education company Lynda.com for $1.5 million. Full disclosure, as you just heard, Lynda.com sponsors Tech News Tonight. In fact, they have been an advertiser on TWiT for a while. But this is the biggest headline of the day, and we invited Jason Abraziz, business editor at Mashable, to talk about his unbiased coverage of the acquisition. Now, why did LinkedIn acquire Lynda.com? Jason?
I mean, with this acquisition, they get really one of the most established, one of the most experienced online education platforms on the internet. The people behind Lynda.com have been doing this as long as anybody, really, going back to, Web 1.0 era with, online tips. In the last few years, they've really scaled up and become a leader in providing high quality, kind of, subscription worthy, education content. And I think, when LinkedIn sees that, they see kind of a premium content thing like that lines up with so much of what they want to do. It makes a lot of sense, and it also kind of explains, why the pretty massive price tag.
Right. Yeah. It's their biggest acquisition ever, right?
Yeah. Not even close. I think, there's a couple, over 100 million, but I don't think they've even bought anybody for over 500 million before. So for the $1.5 billion, that's a big move, but it's certainly, well within their means. LinkedIn's done pretty well lately, both in generating cash from their business. It's nice they have multiple revenue streams, unlike a lot of other places, because they get so much subscription money. They have enterprise deals, and the deal was almost half stock, and their stock has been doing pretty well lately too. So that's a nice tool to be able to kind of be have in your pocket, so you don't have to shell out $1.5 billion in cash.
Right. So what are their biggest revenue streams? Do they get most of their money from just subscribers, people looking for jobs, or is it more from the enterprise that they get most of their money? LinkedIn.
From my recollection, it's three-pronged and it's pretty balanced. So certainly, they get a lot of money from people who, want that premium membership so that they can, make contacts, find jobs, things like that. But their enterprise side is arguably their strongest part, because there's not a lot of people, I think, that can compete with them. On the job seeker side, you have other websites, you have, your monster.coms and things like that. But, what LinkedIn's doing as far as, being a place that recruiters are going to want to go and companies that are looking for talent, want to go to. LinkedIn's, pretty far ahead of everybody else, it seems. And, while these education courses are great for individuals, and that's, I think their most consumer public facing, Lynda.com does, do a lot of enterprise work already. So I think for LinkedIn, it was an opportunity to add to kind of both sides of that with an established brand.
So the idea is that, say I'm looking for a job at Google, then Google would have Lynda.com videos that would be all of the skills that I would need. Is that what they might do with these? Like before you apply, make sure you have these skills kind of thing?
I think it could be, make sure you have these skills. I think they could, if I'm Google and I say, like, I want to get all of my employees in this sector up to speed on CSS or a certain type of graphic design, I can say, like, all right, well, we've got a ready to go program to do that. And, I think that's nice for a lot of companies that are now figuring out how to train up their employees and to retain talent.
So is there any, have we gotten any hints about whether the videos will be just used for people who pay for LinkedIn, or do we know that if they'll be available to even non-paying people who use LinkedIn?
Not sure yet. I'd have to imagine LinkedIn does want to use this to get more people in the door. So if you're looking to learn skills, there might be some free stuff out there. It's going to be tough. I think that they bought this as kind of a very high end. I mean, Lynda.com was already doing a great job of, turning out subscription revenue. And I think that's going to remain mostly behind a paywall.